Sagittarius, welcome to the Tarot Room. My name is Robyn. And Sag, today, let's do a message from your higher self. Let's get into your reading. Let's see what messages your higher self needs to pass along, what they want to say, what they want you to hear. Let's see what's going on and what needs to be passed along today, Sag. Let's get into your reading. Okay, we have pilgrimage, onward and upward. This is moving forward, taking one step at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time, one task at a time. But this is just moving ahead and continuing on your journey here. Just trucking forward, baby. Trucking forward. Okay. Well, hold on. Let's get centered in the tarot mat. Well, let's get into your reading, Sagittarius. Let's see what your guides want to say. Spirit guides, higher self. What is the message that Sag is not getting? The Ace of Cups. All right. And Sag, happy birthday. I hope you guys are having a fantastic birthday to all the Sagittarius Suns in the house. What I do here, if you don't know, is I give away free happy birthday readings. So if you want to enter my contest, just comment your birthday below, get yourself subscribed. I do reply to the winner, so you got to have your notifications turned on. Let's get into your reading because the message, this is a message you're not getting, is the Ace of Cups. A reminder of what's important is the Hanged Man, the Devil, the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. Now, the actions to take or how your guides want you to move forward is the Seven of Cups. Oh, so lovely. Okay, Ace of Cups is the message you're not getting. What is the message that Sagittarius isn't getting? What is the Knight of Cups? Okay, let's see what that other card is to understand this message of Cups. The Chariot. There's an element here, like look at this hand holding his cup, look at this hand holding his heart. Whoa, Nelly. They want you to, okay. They want you to create a balance between work life. That's the message you're not getting. So there could be an imbalance here, Sag. Are you working too much and not playing enough? Are you playing too much and not working enough? They want you to move forward more strategically, but more like creating more of a plan to create that balance between work and play. Being rich, having a lot of money is great, but if you have no one to share it with, or if you have no connection to the material realm or outside of work, you might get lonely. You might not be happy with that. You might be missing out. So there's just a element, and vice versa. You know, if you have nothing, you know what I'm saying. This is the message you're not getting is to create more of a work-life balance. Why is that the message? What's out of balance? Why are you highlighting that here for Sag? Why is Sag's higher self highlighting that? The Emperor in reverse. You're not going to get what you want. The World's in reverse. Okay. And there's that Seven of Swords. They want you to be honest with yourself here, Sag, because you're not going to get what you want if it's out of balance like this. So that tells me that if this is your reading, maybe you're just working, and you go home at night and you're thinking, oh, I want love, but you're not looking for love. You're not putting yourself out there. You're not going out. And vice versa. If you're doing, you're dating, you're getting out there, you're being social, but you're not really working, well, you're not going to accomplish your financial goals. You're going to be behind. You're going to be not where you want to be. So they want you to be very honest with yourself here because there's a lack of balance in that department. How it's going to, if this is your reading, some of you it's going to be work, some of you it's going to be play, right? But there's a little bit of a lack of balance and they want you to be honest because you're not going to get what you want without acknowledging that and being honest with yourself about that. Ooh, okay. Is there anything else you want to highlight or say about that to Sag? Six of Swords. They want you to learn and see. That is your test and transition cards. So you're kind of being tested a little bit here. We're always being tested and initiated, right? Mother Sophia, the divine source, your higher self needs, what the hell is this? Needs to know you ready. Okay, the reason that there's a little bit of an imbalance is there's some betrayal here that you haven't fully released or let go. If it's love, maybe you're afraid of being vulnerable again. Maybe you're afraid of putting yourself out there. And if it's career, it might be preventing you or from living to your fullest potential there. So the message is just time. I still only see the cards. It's time to let go of this betrayal from the past. Now, that could be self-sabotage. It could be a betrayal from yourself. You might forgive yourself for something or someone else. But the message you're not getting is it's time to move forward with that balance and release that past energy because it is preventing you from living up to your fullest potential. What is the Ten of Swords? Can we narrow that down? What is the Ten of Swords in case Sag is sitting there saying, motherfucker, I'm healed. I ain't got no shit from the past. Three of Wands. Oh. And the Sun. It's a self-sabotage energy, Sag. So, you know what they say, if we procrastinate, if we don't follow our heart, if we don't make the best decision for ourselves, it is a form, sometimes subtle forms, but it is a form of self-sabotage. So they want you to see that you deserve something here. Is it love or is it work? What does Sag deserve? That Sag is love. It's love. So you're playing too hard. So we're talking to a single Sag here. It's love. And there's you. So and if you're a dude, just replace the queens with the king. There's the queen. What is all these queens? Why are these queens here? What do they mean? What do they all mean? Ten of Cups. This is interesting. It's like you might not. It is love. Okay, so if this is your reading, then you're not in love and you're single and there's no love in your life at this time. And but they want you to see that there are a lot of options. You're high class, high value, you're very attractive. So once you start putting yourself out there, or once you start taking it serious or spending more time looking for love, dating, it's work. It is work, right? There's a lot of red flags and weeds out there. You gotta weed through them. You gotta cut through that shit. So it's love here that they want you to place more effort on and create more of a balance. So that's a message you're not getting, is you deserve both. You deserve love and you deserve money. You deserve it all, baby. You deserve it all, Sag. And they want you to know that. You can have it all, but you got to put more of an effort into the part that's lacking. And what I see here is it's lacking, putting that effort into love at this point in time. If you're not ready for it, you're not ready for it. But when you are, they want you to know that it's okay to open yourself up to that. You deserve it. Okay. A reminder of what's important is the Hanged Man, the Devil, the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. The reminder of what's important is to work on what you want, not what you don't want. So, with the Hangman and the Devil, you're stuck and you're attached to something, but the Devil is our temptation. It's our initiations, our tests, our lower virtues, those types of things, the sins. So you're stuck and you're attached to something from the past that's not helping you. So a reminder of what's important is to focus on what you want. Work on that mental strength. Yes, these feelings are going to come in. Yes, these thoughts are going to come in. It takes time to heal, and take the time that you need to heal. But don't let those control you. You acknowledge them, you understand them, and you start to focus on where you're going and what it is that you want. So it's kind of that element where, like, the vibe that I get is you're working, 80 hours a week, and on a Sunday night you're at home alone. It's like, I'd love to have someone here just on the couch, just relaxing with me. And if that's what you want, and a part of you wants that, then start working towards that. Start visualizing that. Start putting the effort into that. That's a reminder of what's important. Thinking about it or focusing on the past is not going to get what you want to go. I'm sorry to say that, but it's not. You got to learn from that, heal from that, but continue to focus on what it is that you want and where you're going. And that's the reminder of what's important, is the principle of mentalism. Your mind, your thoughts are going to direct your manifestation and your reality. So focus on what you do actually want in your reality. That's a reminder of what's important. Which tells me there might be a lot of thoughts or focus on that past energy, that past hurt that still needs to be worked through and healed. Now, the actions to take, or the advice here, is the Seven of Cups. And this is the card of moving forward without having all the answers. You don't know everything. You don't know who your soulmate's going to be. You don't know when you're going to meet them. You don't know how it's going to turn out. And that's the point of life, and that's the point of the Seven of Cups, is moving forward, trusting yourself. You're not going to have all the answers. The cup that's highlighted is empty. You're never going to know how everything is going to turn out. And we have free will here, so nothing is set in stone. It's going to be based on you and your decisions. And that's what they want you to do, is move forward, trusting your decisions, move forward, trusting the divine, move forward, trusting you're going to get what it is that you want, because the missing piece there for manifestation is trust. And that's what they're highlighting here. Okay. Is there anything else you want to say to Sag about that Seven of Cups here? Higher self, spirit guides. Oh, shit. That's a rough message. The Four of Cups is in reverse. Okay. Oh, damn. Okay, Sag, you might be complaining with what I just said, and you might be saying a little fuck you, Robyn, fuck you. But the Four of Cups is in reverse is just like a mental nudge, 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 not to complain. This is walking away from complaining, pessimism, negativity. It's all good, and it's okay to vent, right? Get it out, but don't vent and complain for like 5 years, because that does not benefit you. And that's what they're saying here, is they want you to understand you're never going to know everything. You're never going to know why things are going to turn out, how, there's always going to be answers unknown, and that's just part of the game of life. And they don't want you to complain about that, be pessimistic, complain about the past, that type of energy. They want you to let that energy go and trust, right? That's the message here, and that's what your guides and higher self want to say to you today, Sag. So what we're going to do now is grab some oracles. We're going to see what they want to say. And then we'll jump back into the tarot, see if there's any messages that need to come through. So what is the shadow message that Sag is facing, or we want Sag to face? What is the shadow self here? A few of these cards have popped up. What do we have? Oh, 3. Addiction. Compulsive need despite negative consequences. So get support and therapy. Resentment. It often festers, causing a desire for revenge. So let go of the past in order to find peace. And entitled. Expecting special treatment without earning it. Be grateful for everything that you have. Okay, jump into that principle of appreciation. Let's grab our reset message. I want to see which god or goddess is watching over you. We'll get your abundant message. We'll get your future message. And what else? Ooh, we have Damatif. I might have said that wrong. Yeah, well, I'm not going to re-say it. Damatif. But we have a little Anubis energy here, the earth spirit. So let's get your message. Sag. Okay. This is your channeled message. You see me as guarding the remains of the dead, but I'm here to say that I work with the principle of transmutation, transforming organic substances into vital energy. Call on me in Anubis when you have problems with digestion, being ungrounded, or a lack of abundance. Abundance. If you can let go of outworn ideas and methods of doing things, abundance will be yours in time. And the future is, you might feel like your future is not very bright, but it's just a matter of integration of energies. The future alchemist needs rest too. Okay. All right, Sag, well, let's get back into the tarot and let's see what else your higher self or spirit guides want to say, want to pass along. Talk to us, baby, talk to us. What else want to be said? What else you want to pass along here? What other messages would spirit guides like to come through? What do we have here for you? 2 of Wands. It's time to do things differently. The Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. But there's your web of creation. There's the 2 of Wands. There's the 8 of Pentacles. You're not... There's just this element I get where you don't like what I'm saying. You don't like what's being said here. And that's okay. Sometimes that's when true growth happens. And if it makes us uncomfortable, you know, that's when we want to sit and listen and sit with that to understand. There's just something you're not liking here. What is this? What is this? The 8 of Pentacles and the 5 of... What is that? The 8 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. What is Sag not happy about? Or what do you want? The 4 of Wands. Ah, what's that? The Magician. And the Page of Cups. You're not getting exact... It's like you're not at your goals yet. So it's like... I'm trying to think of just a real generic goal. You want to make $100,000 a year. Right now you're making 60. You're not there. And you don't know why. You don't know what you're doing different. You're trying. And you're looking at yourself. And they want you to, first of all, the one thing that they want you to do different is jump into that principle of appreciation. When you appreciate what you have, you're making 60 grand. You're doing better than a lot of people out there. So thank yourself. Thank your higher self. Thank source self. Thank you for what you have. And jump into that principle of appreciation, but actively engaging in it, especially if you're going to reprogram your mind, because there's like this, well, we see these cards here, and we see this element of a lack of satisfaction, and it has to do with your dreams. The Page of Cups and the stars are there. You're not at a goal. You're not where you want to be. There's your manifestation. There's you celebrating, right? So you want you to appreciate the 60 grand that you have. They definitely want you. And it is time that you do something different. And I don't think it's just the principle of appreciation. So what is it that you want Sag to do differently? Let me understand that message. What is it that you want, Sag? Is it simply the... I don't think it's just principle of appreciation. Let's understand. Hold on. Wheel of Fortune's there again. Page of Cups. Have the patience to wait for it to happen. Oh, shit. I mean, we're not that patient I'm a Sag too, and we're not that patient over the Temperance card, but we ain't patient. And this is having patience for your manifestation to come through and staying consistent. So Sag, there could be an inconsistent, you feel frustrated, you're making 60 grand a year and your side hustle's only making 500 a month, so you stop. Get back to that side hustle, grow that to make a couple extra $1,000 a month. It's going to take discipline and consistency, but the message here is when things are bad. It's like that. It's like you don't want to exercise. You want to lose that last 5 pounds, but you just don't want to exercise. Get on that fucking bench. Get on that bike. Get on that treadmill. When you don't want to, that's when you need to do it the most, because that will set your discipline and expectations. But that also puts it out to the universe that no matter what, you're not giving up and you're not stopping. So there's an element of persistence and determination. and discipline here in order to get this goal, get to where you want. You are going to get there because we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Cups. They just want to see, and when I say they, I mean, I'm hearing the word archons. You know, I don't even know if the archons are real. Let me get into that. I don't want to go down that road, but if you've ever watched Morgue Official, he challenged my belief on that. I was like, damn. But either way, the controllers, the elite, your mother Sophia, the divine source, whatever you feel is, whatever your faith is, whatever you feel, that energy, that spirit, right? The Tao, they want you to be determined, consistent, persistent. Don't give up on it. Because that is what's being tested. And Sagittarius are the Knight of Wands. We can be inconsistent. We can easily get distracted, easily get bored. And I saw a quote from, what's that guy's name? Alex Hermosi or something. I might have said his name wrong, but he said, you know, being successful, one of the differences, and this is a paraphrase, this is not a quote, it's a paraphrase, but the difference between those who are successful and those who aren't is when they get bored, the successful ones truck through and still do it even when they don't want to. That's a message here. How bad do you want it? Because if you want it bad enough, Sag, and if you are willing to put that work in, it will happen. But you're never going to know when. You're never going to know how. You got to trust in yourself. And that is what your higher self wants to say to you today. That's what I got. That's what's up. That's what's going down. So, Sag, I sure hope you enjoyed your reading. I do hope it resonated with you. And again, happy birthday. And if you want to enter my contest, you know what to do, darling. Get yourself entered. And I do hope you have a great birthday. Happy birthday, Sag. And let's close your reading off with your final message for today. Spirit, God's higher self, what's Sagittarius? Okay. Don't take your health for granted. Don't take your body for granted. Do something today that communicates to your body that you desire to care for it, because tomorrow is not promised. And the fact is, Sag, you can have a million problems in life, but if you get sick, now you got one problem. So eat at least one full meal today without any technology present. Focus on nourishing your body and the sensations that come up. That's what I have. I truly wish you the best of luck. Until next time.